Welcome back to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise on Madden 20. We are in Miami this week to take on the winless Dolphins. The Raiders have been looking good, man, undefeated thus far through the season. Derek Carr's having a great season so far, but it's been Josh Jacobs. He's been the star of the offense this year. We got to be careful with this Dolphins team. Jimmy Wilkins at quarterback in his second year picked us apart last season, so we're out here looking for revenge in the MIA. First quarter action, Jacobs takes the handoff, tries to go up the middle, but gets stuffed after a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Jacobs gets it again, finds a little crease, moves the pile ahead, and picks up 6. Now it's 3rd and 2. Carr drops back, tries to force it over the middle to Blythe, but he overthrows him, and the ball falls incomplete. Raiders will be forced to punt. And here come the Dolphins. Wilkins drops back, connects with his wideout over the middle. He makes a move and picks up 14. New set of downs for the Dolphins. Wilkins goes back to the air, checks it down to Everett. He bounces off a tackler and picks up 9 more. It's 2nd down. Wilkins again from the gun, this time hitting Stills, and he picks up the first, but would go down, grabbing his back, and he would miss the rest of the game. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Wilkins goes across the middle, but gets knocked down by Nick Morrow. But then they go to the running game. Kenyon Drake takes the handoff left and goes ahead and picks up 7. 3rd and short for the Dolphins. Wilkins goes back to the air, tries to go to the outside, but great play on the ball by A.J. Boye. Dolphins will be forced to punt, and the Raiders look to capitalize. Carr from the gun. He hits Renfro on the drag, and the second-year wideout turns up the speed and picks up the first down. New set of downs for the Raiders. Carr goes back to the air, this time checking it down to Hunter Moreau, and he picks up a couple. Then Jacobs tries to go up the middle on 2nd down and gets stuffed by Christian Wilkins. Big hit. It's 3rd and 3 for the Raiders. Carr from the gun drops back and connects with Renfro again, and he gets out to midfield. First down for the Raiders. The drive will continue. Jacobs takes the stretch out right, but he gets pulled down by Jerome Baker for a 2-yard loss. 2nd down. Fullback comes in motion. Jacobs takes the handoff, finds a big hole on the left. He runs over a defender and picks up 6. Then Carr from the gun, and he hits Tyrell Williams on the slant, but nope, he drops it. And that will set up this Daniel Carlson 58-yard field goal. It's up and good. What a kick by the kicker. Raiders take a 3-point lead. Dolphins take over. Kenyon Drake takes the handoff, bounces off a blocker, and moves ahead to the 30-yard line. Then on 2nd down, Wilkins from the gun, he drops back, slides right, and hits Devontae Parker coming open over the middle, and he picks up 17 in the first. Wilkins back in the gun, this time goes play action. Here's Parker on the outside, and he gets it down to the 46. Next play, Drake takes the handoff, finds a lane on the left, makes a cut, and picks up 7. Dolphins have a nice drive going so far. Drake takes a delay, goes straight up the gut untouched, fakes out Joseph, and he picks up 12 more yards. Then Wilkins with the 3-step drop, checks it down to Everett. He breaks a tackle, avoids one, and picks up 9 yards. It's 2nd and 2. Wilkins hits Gordon on the quick screen, but Garyon Conley blows it up in the backfield. It's 3rd and 4 for the Dolphins. Wilkins in the gun. He hits the slant, but the ball gets dropped, tipped, and picked off by Nick Nelson. Great concentration by the corner. That's the stop the defense needed. And the Raiders look to capitalize. Jacobs takes the stretch out right, makes a cut, and picks up 5. Then Josh gets it again, finds a nice little crease up the middle, weaves his way down to the 30-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. Jacobs gets the rock again. Look at the hole that opened up for him, and he picks up 8 yards in the first. The Raiders keep the ball on the ground. Jalen Richard takes the handoff and powers his way to 3 yards. It's 2nd and 7. Carr drops back from the gun, and he connects with Renfro again, and this time he gets out to the 49-yard line. Another first for the Raiders. Then Carr goes back to the air in the gun. He hits Richard coming across the middle. For some reason, he dies, but he picks up 13 yards. We'll take it. Then Jacobs takes the handoff, goes straight up the middle, and he picks up 7. Raiders keep it on the ground. Josh takes the handoff, goes straight up the middle, and runs over McMillan to pick up the first down. New set of downs for the Raiders. Carr in the empty set, and he hits Williams on the slant. He sheds the tackle and picks up 11 in the first. Next play, Josh Jacobs gets the handoff, tries to make a cut up the middle, but gets hit and stuffed. 2nd and 9. Jacobs goes up the gut this time, has some running room, and he picks up 9 and another first down. Great drive for the Raiders so far. The Carr drops back, looks to go into the end zone, but gets sacked by Spence. That pressure got in there quick. Second and goal, Carr in the empty set, tries to hit Blythe on the slant, but overthrows him by 10 yards. What was that? Now it's third and goal. Carr drops back, pump fakes, throws it up in the corner of the end zone for Waller, but it gets batted down, incomplete. It would set up this Daniel Carlson field goal. Raiders take a 6-0 lead. Dolphins look to answer. Drake takes the handoff, goes up the middle, makes a move, and gets 9. It's second down. Wilkins in the gun, brings a man in motion, drops back, and finds Everett wide open. He gets down to the 45-yard line. New set of downs for the Dolphins. Wilkins drops back, looks to go deep to Gordon. He makes the tough grab, sheds 2 tackles, and is off to the races. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a pitch and catch. Flag on the play, though. Pass interference on the Raiders. Touchdown count. What a catch by Josh Gordon. Dolphins take the lead, and Carr's in the empty set. He drops back, tries to force it over the middle to Renfro, but almost gets picked off. Now it's second down. Carr going back to the air. This time hitting Blythe on the check down, and he uses his speed to pick up 12. It's first and 10. Carr with the play action. He takes the deep drop, waits, and finds Williams wide open across the middle, and he gets into Dolphin territory, but he would go down, but he would be okay. Raiders in the 2-minute drill. Carr from the gun, and he hits Renfro open across the middle, and he picks up 12 yards. He's having a big day. After the timeout, Carr in the empty set, he stands tall in the pocket, checks it down to Rashard. He makes a move and picks up 9 yards. We got 36 seconds left. Carr drops back, looking to go into the end zone, but overthrows Darren Waller. He was wide open. Now it's third and 1. Carr going back to the air, this time hitting Rashard again on the check down, and he picks up 10 yards. Timeout, Raiders. First and goal for the silver and black. Carr drops back, had Waller wide open, but overthrew him in the back of the end zone. Now it's second and goal. Carr going back to the air, tries to force it into Renfro in the crowd, but it gets knocked down. Now it's third and goal. Carr in the gun, tries to hit Blythe or Renfro on the slant, but nobody knew who that was for. Incomplete. Raiders will have to settle for another field goal from Carlson, regaining the lead 9-7. And that will send us to halftime. Raiders up by 2, but the struggles in the red zone are a concern. Carr cannot complete the short passes, and our run game isn't looking real good right now. Hopefully it wakes up in the second half. Start of third, Dolphins take over. Drake finds a lane on the right, cuts it back inside, but gets spun down by Nick Morrow. Then on second down, Wilkins goes back to the air, hits Devontae Parker on the outside, and he picks up 10 in the first. Wilkins under center, goes with play action, drops back, and hits Devontae Parker. He has been picking us apart. He's over 50 yards today. Next play, Drake takes the handoff, stutter steps, finds some running room, and is off to the races. He picks up 16. Dolphins in Raiders territory. Wilkins goes play action, but here comes the rush. Cleveland Farrell gets his 5th sack on the season. Second and long for the Dolphins. Wilkins drops back, swings it out to Drake, but he gets wrapped up and thrown down by Walker. Great tackle by the linebacker. Now it's third and long. Wilkins in the empty set. He drops back, checks it down to Gordon. He tries to make a move, but only gets 8. And that would bring on the kicker for this long field goal. It's up and good. Dolphins regain the lead by 1. Raiders offense on the field, and Jacobs comes out running, catches a great block on the outside by his fullback, cuts it back inside, and picks up 13. Then Josh gets it again, cuts it back left, then cuts back inside, and picks up 6. He's at 74 yards on the day. Second and 4, Carr from the empty set, and he finds Waller wide open across the middle. The big tight end turns up speed and gets deep into Dolphins territory. It's first and 10 when Jacobs takes the handoff up the middle, tries to make a move, but only picks up 3. It's second and 7. Jacobs gets it again, had a lane, but a great play by the defensive lineman, stuffing the run. Now it's third and 7. Carr in the shotgun, drops back, and hits Renfro on the cutback. Nice route, and he gets down to the 22. That's a 9-yard gain. Great drive so far for the Raiders. Jacobs takes the handoff, cuts it out left. Great cutback and picks up 10. Josh is running hard today. He takes the handoff, makes a cut right, picks up the 1 yard to get the first. Then on first and 10, Jacobs bounces the stretch out, tries to make a juke, but ends up losing a yard. It's second and long for the Raiders. Carr in the empty set. Here comes the rush. He lobs it up for Chris Blythe, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Great drive for Vegas, regaining the lead. And Coach Gruden wants to go for two. Carr from the gun slings it into the end zone for Tyrell Williams. Raiders take a 7-point lead. Dolphins look to answer. Drake takes the delay, drops his shoulders, and pushes his way to 9 yards. Then Drake takes the pitch right, catches a block from his lineman, and he dives ahead to get the first down. He's at 73 yards on the day. Then Wilkins goes play action, rolls to his left, but DJ Stallings is there to get the sack. This defensive line is playing hard today. It's second and long for the Dolphins. Wilkins pump fakes, moves to his right, checks it down to Drake. He makes a move and picks up 9 yards. It's third and 10. Wilkins drops back. He hits Drake again. He makes a move, cuts upfield, and gets out to the 48-yard line. First down, Dolphins. The drive continues. Wilkins in the gun, spins out left, throws a rocket to Parker, and he gets down to the 35-yard line. He's having a big day today. Dolphins in Raiders territory. Wilkins goes back to the air, tries to hit Gordon, but almost gets picked off by Ulysses Gilbert. Second down, Wilkins in the gun again. This time he tries to go up top to Parker, but almost gets picked off by Morrow. Third and long for the Dolphins. Wilkins slings it out to Everett, and he turns upfield, but only picks up 5. But the Dolphins are going for it on fourth. Wilkins in the gun. Tries to go over the middle to Drake, but gets knocked down by Ulysses Gilbert. Turnover on downs. And the Raiders look to capitalize. Here comes Josh Jacobs taking a stretch out right, but getting stuffed for no gain. Then the Raiders go back to the ground game. Jacobs finds a lane on the left, turns up the speed, and picks up 12. He's almost at 100 yards. Josh gets the rock again, makes a move, but there's a flag on the play. Holding is the call against Trent Williams. So that makes it first and 20. Jacobs takes the handoff, tries to cut it back inside, but only picks up 2. He gets his 100 yards. Then Carr from the empty set drops back, tries to force it to Blythe, but almost gets picked off. That hit him in his hands. Third and 18. Carr going back to the air and drops an absolute dime to Darren Waller up the seam, and we're inside of Dolphins territory. Jacobs back in the game now, goes straight up the middle and picks up 4. Then Josh gets it again, bounces it out left, finds some running room back up the middle, and he picks up 12. Next play, Aaron Ridley, the rookie, comes in, takes the stretch out right, and picks up 6. Ridley would get it again, bouncing it out right, but getting stuffed at the marker and sets up this third and short. Josh Jacobs goes straight up the middle, spins, and picks up 3. First and goal, Raiders. Then on the next play, Jacobs gets it again, runs into the pile, but only gets 2. It's second and goal. Carr with a 3-step drop, tries to hit Tyrell Williams in the end zone, but it gets knocked down. Third and goal. Carr drops back. This time he finds Williams in the end zone wide open. Touchdown, Raiders. Vegas goes up by 2 scores. Just over 2 minutes left in the game. Dolphins look to answer. Wilkins tries to go over the middle, but it gets knocked down. Great play by the corner. Then Wilkins from the gun. He connects with his wideout on the drag. He makes a move, makes another move, and gets out to the 40-yard line. Great run after the catch. After the 2-minute warning, Wilkins drops back, and he threads the needle to Parker over the middle, and he picks up 9. It's second and inches. Wilkins drops back, has all day in the pocket. Then he resets, and he's looking to go deep, but he gets picked off by Carl Joseph, and he's got some running room. He cuts it back to the left, makes a juke, and takes it back to the 45-yard line. Great play by the safety. And the Raiders look to close it out. Jacobs takes the stretch out right, throws a nasty stiff arm, but gets stood up and fights for the 5 yards. The Josh goes up the middle, but gets stuffed at the line by the Dolphins defense. It's third and 5. Josh takes the handoff, tries to go up the middle, but gets stuffed for no gain. Dolphins use their last time out. But Gruden wants to go for it on fourth. Josh takes the stretch out right, but Jerome Baker makes the play of the game to get the stop. Dolphins set up with great field position, and Wilkins comes out throwing, checking it down to Kenyon Drake, and he picks up 7. It's second and 2. Wilkins in the gun. He slides right, steps up in the pocket, but Brayton Holly gets the sack. What a play by the rookie. And the Dolphins go no huddle. Wilkins goes back to the air, and he hits Devontae Parker streaking up the sideline. Touchdown, Dolphins. Lead is down to 7 for the Raiders. Dolphins set up for the onside kick, but Hunter Renfrow dives on it, and that would do it. The Raiders escape out of Miami with the W, 24-17. Big day for Derek Carr, 213 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. On the ground, Josh Jacobs continues his hot streak, 35 carries for 140 yards. Out wide, Tyrell Williams and Chris Blythe both caught touchdowns. And on defense, Garyon Conley led the way with 9 tackles. Gilbert and Abram both had 7. And shout out to the defensive line, DJ Stallings and Cleveland Farrell both had sacks on the day. Talk about sweating that one out. Our Raiders moved to 5-0 and return home after a 2-game road trip. This time they're taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell. Join the Noti Squad. And hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And we'll talk from the new black hole. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.